Hello everybody, this video is about the Xbox Series X. It's the most powerful console that Microsoft has released, with a renewed focus on becoming a platform for all games. I was lucky enough to get my Series X at launch, and I wanted to give you my impressions on how the console is now, and whether this console might be the one you should pick up. Let's start with the design. I like the boxy look and the matte black color. It disappears in the home entertainment setup and doesn't stand out too much. It looks big, but once you see it in person, it's actually very compact. I also like the look of it standing, but I keep it on its side to fit into my shelf. The bottom stand doesn't come off though, so it'll always have that bump on the left side. While cramming all the powerful components into this small rectangle, the Series X only needs one large fan for cooling. The console is very quiet even when playing a demanding game. They engineered this thing very well. Besides the design of the console, not much else has changed. The user interface is shared with the older Xbox One generation, so besides it being a bit faster, it's not any different. There is one great feature called Quick Resume. Quick Resume automatically saves the state of the game so you can immediately jump between games and start right where you left off. It's very helpful when you don't want to spend time seeing the game intro and wait to load a game. It doesn't work for all games, and there's a limit to how many games it can save states for, but it's a great feature that only the Xbox Series consoles have. The default controller has changed only slightly with a little more texture for the grip, and the D-pad has a new look. Still, the new D-pad doesn't feel that great if you want to use it as a primary way to control a game such as a 2D platformer or fighting games. It's fine for most 3D games though that use it for navigating a menu or changing equipment. Otherwise, the controller is still very comfortable to use for a long time, and I think the layout of the thumbsticks and buttons are the best of any controller so far. A great bonus is that it's also the most supported controller for PC games. So here's a neat little tidbit that you can use with the Xbox Series X controller. It doesn't work with the Xbox One controller from before, but the Series X controller that comes with the Series X and the Series S, you can use to do this. So right now I have it paired to my laptop, as you can see. And I've also had this paired to my Series X, and you can actually switch between them really quickly using this pair button. So I just double tap it, you'll see the light flash. And now I can control my Series X with it. If I want to go back to my computer, you just need to hold the button until it flashes, and then it's connected back to the laptop. Neat, huh? These are the games that I played on my Xbox Series X since I got the console. Every game on here is also available for the Xbox One, so yes, there are no exclusive Series X games on my list. Every previous gen game will still benefit from faster loading times when played on the Series X, but Microsoft also has smart delivery technology that automatically downloads an optimized version of each game when there is one available. Out of my list, here are the games that have Series X versions via smart delivery so far. These optimized games basically offer better resolution, textures, and frame rates, and they play like a next-gen console game. This is a kind of ongoing theme with the Series X. It offers backwards compatibility for many games all the way to the original Xbox, and some of these older games can be improved through a feature they call FPS Boost. So while the Xbox Series X doesn't have any exclusive games yet, they do offer a compelling reason to play all your older catalog on it. Microsoft has recently bought a lot of high-profile gaming studios though, so they're eventually going to be exclusives. One thing to remember though is that Xbox exclusives will also be coming to PC. That might limit the appeal for PC gamers, but Microsoft has a program that benefits people that have both a console and a PC. That leads us to the controversial but super convenient program called Game Pass. This may be the future of Xbox, or it could eventually fail, but in the meantime, I think it's a great value that people should take advantage of if they enjoy many different genres of games or would like to try new games. Here are the games that were available on Game Pass from my previous list. Currently, there is Xbox Game Pass for PC, and the full featured tier of it called Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. As the closest thing to Netflix for games, it currently features hundreds of games to download and play while you're subscribed to the service. Games will leave the service occasionally, and new games are always added, and while it may not always have the biggest blockbusters, it does have a great variety of good games that you wouldn't have tried otherwise. Sweeten the pot is that nearly every Xbox-owned studio game will release on Game Pass on the same day as the regular release. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate also has xCloud streaming. a way to play your games via streaming on your mobile device, and it even syncs your save so you can continue where you left off. So should you get an Xbox Series X or S, and who is it for? Well, it's for people like me that like to play all kinds of game experiences and like to try out new genres. If Game Pass Ultimate is something you're interested in, it's a great console to have to be able to play games anywhere with very little investment. I enjoy playing it on my big screen TV at home, playing my games on my laptop when my TV is being used, and maybe a quick session while I'm out on my phone or tablet via streaming. It's about choice and broadening your gaming horizons. I hope this helps you make a decision if this console is for you. Until next time.